The advantage of a relay is that it is basically an electrical switch that could be single pole, single throw, like a basic on off. It could be double pole, double throw, and you can have all those different options. The difference is that we can activate the switch electronically. And so a lot of people are familiar with transistors, right? It's a way it's an electronic switch, fundamental part of computers. A lot of people kind of know that concept. And this is a little more old school. I mean, relays have been around 100 years. They've basically been around as long as electricity. And so there's a few basic components to this. One is, and I'm going to drag another screen in here just to show some pictures. A relay, like most switches, is literally two pieces of metal that touch together to make electrical contact, right? That's the fundamental component, like in this cross section of a relay. The only difference is instead of you pressing that, it is brought together by a big electromagnet. So that project you did in high school where you wrap wire around a nail and it becomes a magnet, that's all this is. And so by activating this electromagnet, it turns on that switch. So that's what a relay is fundamentally. And so our controls on a relay, kind of the things we have influence over, are the actual switch itself, which in this diagram is a single pole, double throw. I'm not using one of the poles or one of the throws, so it's basically an on-off. And then we have this coil here. So this little wiggly on a circuit diagram means a coil or inductor. And I have a little battery here connected to a switch. And when I activate that, current flows through that coil, which made that switch move. So let me do that again. So when I activate that, it actually magnetically pulled that switch over, and now that AC circuit is working. The advantage of this is I can use very low voltage, very safe, very cheap parts on this side to activate what might be a very large load on this side. So this would probably be in the scale of milliamps, thousands of an amp. This could be up to anything, right? This could be running a city block. And so relays really allow us to use small control signals to control big loads. You can also use them for logic. You can use them for basic and or functions, and you can go actually pretty far with that. And the advantage is that there's no programming here, right? You don't need to get an Arduino, you don't need to do anything. You're just wiring some basic parts together.